Okay, so today we're going to work on multiplying by big numbers. Okay, and what I mean by big numbers are numbers that are in the hundreds or maybe even in the thousands. But they're not going to be difficult numbers, they're going to be numbers that end with zeros. So if you know your basic facts, this is actually pretty easy, but it is very important that you know your basic facts. That's why recently we worked so hard on trying to memorize as many basic facts as we could. Let me just start out with a good example here. Let's say we want to do 30 times 300. 30 times 300. Okay? So, the first thing you need to do is look for a basic fact. Okay? The basic fact comes from the two numbers that you have. Okay? The two numbers that you have are 3, the actual integers, and 3. So you think 3 times 3. Now, if you know your basic fact, it's easy. If not, you have to draw a picture or use some other strategy. But if you know it, it is 9. Okay? Now, do you think the answer is 9 for 30 times 300? No, obviously that can't be correct. But this is all you have to do to get the correct answer. Count how many zeros there are in the problem. 1, 2, 3. There's 3 zeros in the problem, so you have 3 zeros in your answer. So that means your product would be 9,000. So 30 times 300 would give you a product of 9,000. So you do your basic fact first, then count the zeros and put those zeros into your answer. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, 400 times 80. So you look for the basic fact. That would be 4 times 8. And if you did enough practice, you probably know now that 4 times 8 is 32. Now you simply count how many zeros in the problem. 1, 2, 3. So there's 3 zeros in your answer. So that gives you a product of 32,000. Let's try another one. Let's do 70 times, 70 times 80. Okay, so once again, if you practiced it enough, you probably know what the basic fact is. 7 times 8, that would be 56. Now you just count your zeros in your problem. 1, 2. So that's how many zeros would be in your answer. So there's your answer of 5,600. That would be your product. So it's really almost as easy as doing your basic facts. The only thing that beyond that you have to remember is that you count how many zeros are in the problem, and that's how many zeros you would have in your actual answer. So I'm going to write down 3 different problems, and then I want you to try to figure them out as you hit pause. And then when you come back, we'll talk about the answers. So let's go ahead and start with, let's do 60 times 60. Go ahead and start with that one. And then we will try 90 times 400. And then the third one I want you to work on will be 300 times 70. Okay, so go ahead and work on those. So what you'll want to do at home if you're watching this is click pause. And then when you come back, you can see if you did it correctly. Okay, so now you should be back. And first thing you do is 6 times 6 which is 36. 1, 2 zeros in the problem, so that means 2 zeros in your answer. Therefore, your product is 3,600. Okay? 9 times 4 is your basic fact. That's also 36. So now you count your zeros. 1, 2, 3. That means you have 3 zeros in your answer. So that gives you a product of 36,000. Okay, let's try the next one. Your basic fact is 3 times 7, which is 21. Count your zeros. 1, 2, 3. So you put that into your answer, 3 zeros. And that gives you your product of 21,000. Okay? Let's go ahead and try 3 more. Let's try 200 times 80. And then let's try 90 times 50. And next let's try 300 times 400. Okay, so go ahead and click pause if you're doing this at home, and then when you come back you can see how well you did on your problems. All right, now you should be back from doing your work, and let's take a look at this one. 2 times 8 is 16. Count your zeros. 1, 2, 3, so you have 3 zeros in your answer. Okay, that's 16,000. You can put the commas in there if you want. You don't necessarily need to have them. I'm just going to leave the commas out for now. It's still 16,000 whether you have a comma in there or not. Okay, let's look at the next one. 9 times 5, that's 45. Count your zeros. 1, 2. So you put 2 of them in your answer. 4,500. This time I'm leaving the commas out. Okay, basic fact, 3 times 4, that's 12. Count your zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a lot of zeros, isn't it? Okay, this time I'm going to put the comma in there. It's 120,000. 120,000 is going to be your product for that one. That's quite a product, isn't it? But even you as a third grader can do that. You just need to remember the process that you follow and, of course, know your basic facts. So go ahead and practice many more problems like that. Okay, just take basic facts and put 1 0 after one number and maybe 2 zeros after the other, or 1 0 after one and 1 0 after the other. Okay, and just follow the process, and as long as you know your basic facts, this should be very easy for you.